Hey guys, welcome back to Salem the Crafting MMO, and just looking around, you might notice I've upgraded my base since the last video. You can see I've got a clay pot here, I've got a nice little leafy bed, and a clay trough over there, and my cotton farming, my agriculture is doing pretty well. You can see I've upped the number of fields over there. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to be talking about playing with friends, or at least getting a second character over to your base, now that you own a bit of land from the last settling video. If you see my personal claims here, you can see that this has changed color, which means I now own this piece of land. So sometimes you'd want to invite your friend over to join you at your base, or maybe you'd like to create a second character so you can have two characters going at the same time. It's useful to have an alt character, which allows you to sort of go out and explore and not have risk your main character going out there. Maybe you might be attacked by some snakes or bears or whatever. So it's nice having a second character around, or maybe a friend. So let's go over a few things that you need to do. So if I'm going to open up my inventory here, you're going to notice some weird collection of wood choppings here and a whole bunch of simple crucifixes. And there's a reason for that. If we go over to craft, you'll see down here you can create a new world survey. And it says here, a new world survey will mark where you are in relation to various landmarks in Salem. You may give this to a friend and he can use it in town to take a journey there from Luigi and Clarkson. So basically I need to craft one of these New World surveys so I can pass it to a friend or a second character. So how do we make a New World survey? Well, looking at the ingredients here, it needs 12 wood choppings and 1 fiber, which I've shown in previous videos how to make milkweed jute, but there's a few kinds of fiber. You can use this sort of yellow stained cotton if you like, or even the spider silk will work. But how do you get all these wood choppings? Well, basically you got to use one of these whittler's benches here. You can see this, and what I did was I chopped up a whole bunch of wood blocks and I converted those into sharpened sticks. So if we look at craft and processing and materials, sharpened sticks changes one wood block into a sharpened stick. So every time you use the whittler's bench, there's sort of a chance that wood choppings will drop on the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft this anyway. Maybe wood choppings will appear. There we go. And no, not that time, unfortunately. But the reason why I crafted all these simple crucifixes is because it has quite a few chances for wood choppings to appear. First of all, you're converting the wood block into sharpened sticks, and you need to get 2 of those sharpened sticks, and then you can go to craft, inspirationals, and I think it's under, there we go, memorabilia and decoratives, and you can get simple crucifix. And it takes 2 sharpened sticks into a simple crucifix. So let's go ahead and try craft one of those and see if we get some wood choppings. There we go. No, unlucky again. But that's basically how it works. And you just keep an eye on the ground, you'll see some wood choppings show up. And then we get to collect a whole bunch of those. So now, when we go to crafting a New World survey, we're gonna have to, this sort of acts as a teleport point for someone to teleport to. So basically you want to craft a New World survey outside of any territory, because just in general there's gonna be a few issues if someone were to teleport into your land anyway, because of permissions and rights and stuff like that. So I'm gonna walk out of my personal claim and out of my village claim, out just into the wilderness a little bit, so there won't be any permission issues, and I'm gonna go ahead and craft this out there and see what we can do from there. Okay, I'm now outside of any sort of territory. I'm gonna go ahead and craft this New World survey. So there we go, crafting a New World survey with all these wood choppings, and there we go, a New World survey, directions to unknown. Anyway, I've crafted this New World survey, so now I've got to sort of get it to my friend. So I'm gonna go ahead and travel back to Providence. I'm gonna walk back to my base, travel back to Providence, and I'm gonna have to make the exchange over there. So I'm gonna head back out there and see if the transaction goes all smooth and well. Alright, here we are back in Providence, and I've got to find a safe place to make this exchange. So generally, if you're playing with friends, you would be you wouldn't have too much trouble, but currently the only way to trade is to use sort of these barrels out in public. Now, if you're trading with a friend, you could open up one of the barrels, and your friend could open up one of the barrels, and you can make a one-to-one trade. But if you're just using one computer and one sort of connection, then making a trade between yourself and another one of your characters can be a little trickier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a remote barrel, which will be unlikely for someone to use in the short duration that I'm going to be leaving this New World survey in there. So for example, I'm going to use this barrel here. Now I've already got a second character ready to log into this area. So I'm going to open this barrel, put the New World survey in there, and then I'm going to log out, log in with the new character, and take the New World survey. So that should be the best way to do it right about now. Doesn't seem like anyone's around watching me. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this barrel. Oh, there's someone walking by. You want to be really careful about this, because if you see any character walking by, he's going to see you messing about in the barrels and stuff. So let's just wait for that guy to pass. Shh. Okay. Make sure he's not paying attention. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this barrel. And now this becomes a little trickier because I'm going to have to log out. And logging out takes a little bit of time. You can see here you got to wait. But at least when you're logging out here, you can keep an eye on the barrel. If someone comes along, you can cancel the logout, go ahead and grab your stuff back. But here we go, we're logging out, and as soon as I log out, I'm going to log right back in with my second character, my alt, you could say. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, here we go, logged back in with my second character. Gonna open the barrel, take the New World survey, and there we go. We've got the New World survey on my second character. If you guys watched my Getting Started video, here's my Gamer Aristocrat character. Anyway, so now that we've got the New World survey, we actually need to use it. As it says in the crafting sort of menu here, you have to use it from Luigi and Clarkson. Now these are actually NPCs in the town of Providence, so I'm gonna head over to them. They're somewhat west of here. So let me just head over there. And I'm gonna walk over, and then I can show you how to actually use these New World surveys. Okay, here we go. Luigi and Clarkson, there's these two guys by this sort of wagon, just by the church here. And that's a giant cricket over there, huh? But anyway, here we go. We can talk to these guys. So, hello, Luigi and Clarkson.
Show us a survey and we might just have time to drop you off there.
There we go. Luigi the Laudable. We are traveling on an amazing journey. We could drop you off if you have a survey of your destination. So there we go. I have this New World survey. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And
sounds good. Right on our way.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. I was just about to say that. And there we go. They've dropped me off at the location where I created the map. So that's how you get a character over to where you want it to be. And this works for friends as well, which is always nice. So this is how you get characters and friends over to your location. Now I'm much closer to my main character's base now, but there's an issue. I've already claimed my land, and this character doesn't have permission to walk on that land. So if I open up my buddies menu, see I control B here, I'm gonna set my homestead secret. These homestead secrets allow you to add people as friends, sort of thing. So I'm gonna use my alt as sort of like a friend. And so for example, if you want to add your friend as a kin into your buddies list, which you can open up here, buddy list, it's Control B. I'm gonna add a homestead secret. So I'm gonna put here GZ, what can I set it at? GZ Aristocrat, because that's what this character is. I'm gonna set that. So now my homestead secret is set to GZ Aristocrat. Don't bother adding it now, I've already changed it. If you're watching this video and think you want to do that. Anyway, that's my homestead secret. And over here, you see this make kin by homestead secret. I can add kin. So I'm gonna close this menu from GZ Aristocrat, and I'm gonna go ahead and log out again and log back in with my main character. Okay, here we are back in Providence. I'm traveling back to my home with my main character here. There we go, traveled back here. Now, I'm gonna add my alt as a friend. So I'm gonna press Ctrl B again to open up this kin menu, and I'm gonna make kin by homestead secret. So I set the homestead secret for my other character to GZ Aristocrat, and I'm gonna add kin. And we should see, there we go, Gamer Aristocrat is on that in my friends list now. So that doesn't allow my alt character to walk onto my territory just yet. See my personal claim here, this is my territory here. So what I have to do is I have to give that character special permission. So let's see, I can assign a color, and then using that color I can group kins or people I know into certain groups of people, and I can then give them certain permissions on my land. So I'm gonna set Gamer Aristocrat as green, and you can do this to as many people as you like. So I could set John Carver to green as well, but he doesn't have permission on my land anyway, so I'm gonna set it to white. But once you set certain characters to green, you can set certain characters to red as well. If you wanna say, oh, these are good guys, these are bad guys. What's nice is you can actually set the colors you like. So if you think green should be for witches, or blue should be for friends, or pink, or anything you like, that's fine too. But I've set one character to green and the rest are all on white, so I can give special permissions to green kin. So here's my claim stone here. And you can see here, assign permissions to memorized people. So I can set trespassing, theft, and vandalism. Now these sound pretty harsh, but basically trespassing means these characters are allowed to walk onto my land. Theft means they can access items and open containers and stuff. And vandalism means they can actually sort of destroy things and all of that. So I'm gonna go over to green and give trespassing, theft, and vandalism permissions to green characters. So there we go, I'm gonna tick all three, and I'm gonna close the window. And if we open up the claim again, there we go. If I go to green, you can see it's saved as all tick for green, and no one else has any permissions. There we go. So my green friends can have trespassing, theft, and vandalism, which I've only set to my alt character right now. So I'm gonna close this window, and I'm going to log out again and log back in with my Gamer Aristocrat alt. So again, you might notice logging out now takes some time. Well, here's a little tip. If you construct one of these beds, you get to log out instantly. You just have to right click it and then select sleep, and you log out instantly. So you can see here, there we go, instantly logged out. So I'm gonna log back in with Gamer Aristocrat, and we'll see if my permissions actually work. Okay, here we are with my alt character at my little fence here, and you can see I'm gonna turn on personal claims. You can see that is my personal claim, but from this character that's someone else's personal claim. But because I've given myself permission, if I control B here, you can see GamerZakh is actually on my kin list now, because GamerZakh kinned this character and given me special permissions. I'm gonna just leave it as white here. You don't have to color your friend back the same way. But because I have permissions, I can now open this gate and close this gate, and I have full permissions to access things in this area. You can see I can open containers and all of that. The only thing I can't really mess with is the actual claim stone, because that's not my claim stone. You might actually notice there's this little homestead icon on the left here. That's actually indicating to where this character's homestead is, which is currently set somewhere else. I might have to rebuild a lean-to or something over here. So that's how you get your friends or alt characters over to your base now that you actually have a base. So that's a great way to have this alternate character. Now I've got this second character around, I can just sort of log out from here. But anyway, I can now log out with this character, log back in with an alt character if I ever want to do some dangerous wandering around or just probing out into the wilderness. Otherwise, I have my main character to do all my main things with. And that essentially covers everything you need to know to start out in terms of playing with your friends and bringing alt characters in and stuff like that, and creating those New World surveys and stuff like that. So that basically wraps it up. So remember, if you'd like to check out the game and support the channel, there's a link in the description box down below. It's a referral link. You know how a referral link works. And yeah, that's basically all you need to know about playing with friends. You've got the map, you've got teleportation, and you've got permissions, and that's essentially all of it. Yes. Okay, so that's all for now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.